Well, Dr. Fred Matiang'i is increasingly cutting a profile of a no-nonsense state officer. He never shies away from tackling issues head-on. He seems not to have a reverse gear and is very abrasive in how he responds to confrontation.
Matiang'i is said to have the ear of President Kenyatta and operate with the full knowledge that he has the political goodwill. But his actions more often than not rub many the wrong way, and he seems less bothered by this fact.
Well, from his initial assignment at the Information and Communication Ministry and now at the helm of National Security, the former lecturer has no doubt left a trail of bitter taste in the mouths of many that he has worked with and many who have worked under him.
Ken Mijungu reports that the latest show he put up at Parliament's Security Committee revealed he's not about to slow down.
If you saw the frustrations we went through on Monday.
Close to 3 hours of an open engagement with members of parliament sitting as the Administration and National Security Committee, and Matiangi's charm offensive was felt across the room. But concealed in his words, the stately demeanor of a powerful man.
You are as much government as we are. We are equal. We are at bar.
In this meeting, he coined a phrase to describe the judges who, in his view, are anti-establishment.
There is an evil clique of judicial officers working with activist lawyers and elements in the civil society who are determined to make sure that the executive branch does not function.
This perhaps the hardest hitting statement he has so far directed at the judiciary, following closely in the footsteps of his boss who once called them Wakora.
It's a clique of judicial officers. It's not about the judiciary. Our judiciary has got some of the finest people in the country.
It is the latest suspect feather in Matiangi's cap of many. At the Information and Communication Ministry back in 2015, he single-handedly drove the migration agenda and pushed media houses to switch to the digital platform long before the deadline. Protests by the country's mainstream media houses were brushed aside.
It doesn't mean that we will not be annoyed or we will not be unhappy by the press. We will be, because practitioners in the media sector are human beings. They make and will make mistakes.
As acting Interior Cabinet Secretary, Matiang'i was at the forefront of shutting down 3 independent media houses through the Communication Authority, citing security concerns. The 3 had broadcasted the swearing-in of Raila Odinga as the People's President at Uhuru Park Live.
As long as those investigations continue, there are certain actions that are going to remain in place. For example, the media houses will remain switched off until we have completed some of the investigations that we are carrying out.
Matiang'i spoke of targeted organizations and individuals who he termed as elements in the media fraternity who participated in the furtherance of an attempt to subvert or overthrow the government.
Individuals who are involved in this and the organizations involved in this, wherever they are within the borders of this country, will feel it. And they will be so sorry they tried.
He says he must work and not even court orders will stop him, citing numerous orders he has received that could have hindered his work.
Until Justice Mumbi Ngugi saved us in the education sector, we had about 30-something court orders served left, right and center. You can't have a school board, you can't have what? On the basis of a letter, honorable members, a letter, a piece of paper that was signed by the late Mutula Kilonzo, given to an individual who purported to represent all parents. And he walked around the country collecting money.
He may have made sweeping changes in the education sector that have been credited with raising the credibility of Kenya's education system, but Matiangi's abrasive nature increasingly casts him as a man who wields the stake more often as a display of power for its own sake than a necessity to effect change. Ken Mijungu, NTV.